simple question procedure. If you have been stranded in the desert all by yourself with nothing on you at the moment, but are given the chance to receive one essential tool, what would it be? Or let's all take a moment and imagine an island. Isolated, deprived, and your destined home. What would you take with you? I, for one, would bring water, and I assume that any reasonable person would as well. No one can deny the fact that there is nothing in the world that affects more organisms, environments, and societies than water does. Water is one of the most important elements that make up the basic pillars of the earth, that hold it together and in place. Even sanitation, the key to surviving such a massive pandemic as this, is defined as the conditions relating to public health, especially the provision of clean and drinking water and adequate sewage disposal. However, right now the COVID-19 virus is causing this very pillar to tremble, and this needs to change. Greetings, fellow students, faculty, and respected teachers. My name is Sharon Park, and I will be addressing the problems the pandemic is bringing to the overall sanitation of our planet. To start, one of the biggest flaws of our planet's hygiene is the lack of hand hygiene. The easiest and quickest way to spread a virus is to keep it on your hands and skin and spread it wherever you go. In order to reduce the transmission of this contagious disease, we must increase and encourage hand washing in our society. Unfortunately, with this solution comes yet another problem. Around 40% of the households around the globe lack access to hand washing facilities. A cross-cultural study was done on this recently, and almost 1 in 4 out of 6,637 randomly chosen households over 23 sites in 20 LMICs, or low and middle income countries, were found incapable of washing their hands in the last month. Just by hearing this information, it may seem that all we have to do then is just increase the water availability, quality, and accessibility on our planet, but it's not as easy as it sounds. First, water availability. You might question how this comes as a problem when 70% of our planet is made up of water. But we must remember that the water we're searching for is not just any water, but fresh water. And out of the 70%, only 3% is fresh water. Even out of this tiny 3%, a whopping 70% is snow, ice, or some other source unavailable for human usage. This water scarcity makes it impossible for inhabitants to maintain good hygiene, let alone wash their hands. This is only the beginning. The colossal issue is that instead of raising awareness of this problem, people are in turn dismissing its urgency, thanks to the solution being pronounced by a few of the world's ignorant nations. Large investments in water infrastructure and water governance. Certain countries claim that this solution is improving its efficiency, intentionally comparing the procedure of preventing the degeneration of original water sources with their way of building storage infrastructure. Now, enough of all this technological stuff. Let me get to the core of my speech. The facts are that there is a perilous demand for improving water infrastructure. And second, many nations of today are ignoring and neglecting the aggravating truth. To put it in a straightforward manner, we've been having this water issue across the globe for decades now, and the world has formulated a way to preserve the quantity but not the quality of water bodies on our planet. And so the problem continues to intensify. Let's return to our little island. Here's the water you requested, mixed with a little taste of the consequences of our actions. You got what you wanted, but did you really? The water's here in our own hands, but its purpose, the very meaning of its existence, has vanished. I no longer call on the help of the people to conduct our obvious role as an inhabitant of the earth. I have realized the corruption and wickedness of mankind, and have given up on trying to change their heart, which also turns out to be the heart of this problem. But if I may leave with one last wish, I would like to plead that we see the path we're taking, and not just the pace at which we're going. Consider the disastrous destination that awaits us, and not just the momentous, seemingly effective progress that's being made. We're speeding to our death, and it's approaching us year by year, day by day. Like I said, I don't desire a sudden change, a magic wish come true that saves the world somehow. All I ask is that we see what's happening in our world, and if we're dying, die knowing what killed us. Thank you.